What's up guys, Seth here, back with another video on Marvel Contest of Champions, and today I have returned. I've been away from MCOC YouTube for nearly 7 years. Nearly 7 years since I've been making YouTube videos. Now, as a bit of an introduction to the new account and making new videos, I thought the best way to do a bit of a starter video would be with a new account tour, because I have a brand new account since I've been making YouTube videos. Since stopping making videos 6-7 years ago, I have moved houses 3 times, I have had 3 different jobs, I have finished 2 university degrees, and more importantly, I have started and maintained a new MCOC account. Now this account is up to a total of nearly 16 million rating now. I still have the old account that I used to play on, but it is, I think, at about rank 3 6 stars is the highest, so this one is clearly the main account now, even if it's not the OG. So I have a total rating of 15,979,694. I've got a top 30 prestige of 37,646. And then you can see the breakdown of the champion and relic prestige. Now this puts me well and truly into the top 1,000 in the world. I am number 999 in the world right now for base hero rating. The leaderboard is broken at the moment. Not sure what's up with that, but last time I checked, I was 999. In my region, which is Australia, I am in the top 28, which is pretty cool. I don't see myself getting to much higher than that though, because I'm fairly sure most of the other accounts in this list are whale accounts. But hey, I've been playing this game basically since it came out. Maybe I've been playing this game a lot longer than the people who have the top accounts now as well. So I may overtake them at some point, we'll see. So I thought it would be good to have a bit of an introduction to this new account, as obviously it is champions that none of you subscribed to my YouTube account would have seen before, and none of potential new subscribers if you want to see the more content coming out. But my goals for this account and for this channel is just to mainly have fun, but I've found a bit of a new passion. I've had a bit less work going on recently, I've had a bit less study going on recently, and so I've got a bit more time on my hands, and I missed it. I missed making YouTube videos. I missed the tutorial side of videos. I missed making videos and just having some creative outlet for something that I enjoy doing. Like MCOC is a hobby for me. It's a bit of a passion for me, as much as it is a bit crazy to say that a mobile game is a passion, but I enjoy playing it. I've played this game for a long, long time, since I don't know when this game, I can't remember when this game came out, but literally since the year it came out, I've been playing. So I've been playing this game since I was a literal child in high school, playing on my recess break. And so this game is pretty special to me. I enjoy it a lot, and it is one of the things that has lasted the longest in my life. What better way to solidify that passion of the game than to make videos, which is another outlet that I enjoy. I enjoy making videos, so why wouldn't I do that as well? What you can expect from this channel is some tutorials. I want to do some videos on specific champions, some guides, some breakdowns, but I'm not going to be doing, you know, as much as the YouTubers that are full-time, because obviously I do things outside of this game. I am currently studying full-time, I'm currently working full-time. So the videos are not going to be as, you know, regular as other MCOC YouTubers, but I'm hoping to make them a bit of a higher quality. So let's get back to it, the account tour. Now, I think most people start off their account tours with their sort of piddly bits on the account. For titles on this account, so the one I'm running on the account right now, and is probably the most recent high up title for me, is the anti-villain title. I saw a lot of people went with the anti-hero. I kind of like the look of the anti-villain one, so I went with that. I'm not going to read out all of these. There's obviously lots of titles in the game, honestly dozens if not hundreds of titles in the game, so I've got a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot. I also have the legend tag from various events. I got it ages ago, but now the value of the legend tag has dropped off a lot because of the amount of events that they've just put a legend tag in. I would like to get one of the higher up tags one day. Hey, maybe I'll get the Kabam tag one day. At least I'd like one of like the Bastion titles or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Profile pictures. I'm not someone who's bought a lot of profile pictures, because a lot of the ones that they bring out I just think are a bit lame sometimes. Sometimes the purple border ones are kind of special, like I've got a couple of them here, but I don't have anything major. The one that I'm running at the moment is of course the Jack-o'-lantern. If you couldn't tell by the branding on the account, Jack-o'-lantern is probably my favorite champion, I would say. I currently have him as one of my rank 5 champions, bit of a spoiler for the champions later on in the video, but he's just so much fun. He's just a lot of fun. I really like the tech class as well. Bit of an unpopular opinion, but tech class kind of been popping off recently. You got Jack-o'-lantern, you got Bastion. There's a lot of champions in there now that bring the value of the tech class up a lot more, especially with the addition of collectives. There's a lot of boosts of the tech class that you're seeing now in game. Now, beyond all that is just the champion ones. I'm not going to scroll through all that, but I'm pretty sure I have almost every profile picture for champions except for Dark Phoenix. Masteries, I'm running a very general sort of layout at the moment. I had a Battlegrounds deck, which I was using, which was really attack focused for the current Battlegrounds meta. Thank God the victory track is over for that, because I hated that meta. I don't know what it was. It just wasn't working for me. I was having a lot of bad drafts, and my deck is very catered towards sort of stable, reliable matchups. So I might take 60, 80 seconds to finish a fight, but I'll probably be at full health. And now with there being no value for full health, it was just a bit of a pain for me. So I shuffled around my Masteries to just make that a bit quicker, but now that's all done. This is just going to be sitting there until I need another Battleground specific deck. But my general one, I've got a bit of Deep Wounds. I've got nothing else really major. I don't run recoils. I used to run Glass Cannon because I liked the extra damage, but I've found a bit more value in just not having it on recently as well. Obviously I've got Despair maxed out. I've also got Willpower under defense, just in 2 ranks, nothing too crazy as well. And then the standard sort of proficiencies without the Petrify and Pacify added as well. I do run full Mystic Dispersion. I just find that I do a lot of Mystic champions, especially for war. I'm doing a lot of Nico fights, a lot of Pav fights, a lot of Rintra fights. Honestly, 5 out of 5, I've been contemplating it because Mystic Dispersion gets a bit too much. Honestly, like rank 3 or rank 4 would probably be doing fine, because in some matchups, I'm finding I'm getting too much power and it's pushing me to special 3. So it might get a bit of a shuffle around, but outside of that, there isn't really a class that I've been catering the deck towards too much. I got 1 in Collatech. That's about it. It's just because I don't have the cores. That might go higher up, considering how much I use tech champions. Another thing that I forgot to show is the emotes. Now we've got Battlegrounds emotes varying in how toxic you want to be to your opponent or how appropriate you want to be to your opponent. The main one for me is just the Captain America's salute. You know, it's nice and polite. You're not going to rage bait someone. The Drax laughing. I'm sure most people who you would drop a Drax laughing at probably are going to close the game after that, because when I receive one, that is what makes me want to do it as well. I've got a bunch of them in here. They used to have a lot more on the summoner market as well for the loyalty for when you're spending, but now there isn't any. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what they're doing with the emotes now or with the loyalty points on the market. Maybe there'll be something coming out soon. And there's a bunch of ones of the classes, which I've never even seen before. So I'm assuming that's from the collective rewards. Don't know why you'd want to spam a class icon, but hey, the Kabam art team has got to do something every month. Now, for my content completed, I have completed nearly everything. I've done obviously all of the act content because it is very important for ranking. I'm currently Elder as well, if I forgot to mention that. I've completed all of the account upgrades. So you've gone from Challenger to Contender to Proven to Conqueror to Uncollected to Cavalier to Thronebreaker to Paragon to Valiant to Elder. Currently at Elder, which is where you need 3 rank 5 champions to do that. You couldn't get 3 rank 5 champions unless you whaled out or unless you completed Act 9, which you had to do to get Elder anyway. But with the Karina challenges that recently came out and with the Elder progression, I was able to get my 3 rank 5 champions. And so now I'm there. I'm at the top progression in the game, which is nice. They haven't done a lot with it yet. They haven't really bumped the rewards up from Valiant to Elder yet. There's some things here and there where you can select a slightly higher reward, but it's been nothing too meaningful yet. But I'm assuming more will come out around other sales in the future and around other events. Realistically, I would like them to do something separate for Banquet, like an Elder Crystal in Banquet that only Elder can get, just to make that title a bit more important. But they've done years prior of combining, you know, Paragon and Valiant and Cavalier and Thronebreaker. I would doubt that they would make something entirely separate for Elder. I am 100% done Act 8, 100% done Act 9. I haven't done Act 7 100% because by the time I got to this, they started reworking the rewards of the acts. And so I'm at a point here where I can do this if I want to. Like, it's easy content now compared to, you know, the later acts. but on the chance that they're going to bump up these rewards and potentially add something a bit better to the exploration, I'm just leaving it incomplete at the moment. I think that's the same with Act 6 for me. I don't think I've 100% done... I have 100% done Act 6. Never mind. Book 1 is 100% complete. That was 100% complete a while ago. I think... Yeah, okay. No, they did bump up the rewards for Act 6. I completed it when they bumped up the rewards, and now I'm waiting for them to bump up the rewards of Act 7. Because right now, the rewards for Act 6 are better than the rewards for Act 7. So that needs to be done by them at some point, and I'll wait out until then. Now, the other thing that I've been really grinding through is Karina challenges. So because this account was made quite recently, I think probably... realistically, let's say 4 or 5 years ago. My account was created after a lot of the Karina challenges, the original ones. So the original ones that are, you know, complete with a 3-star Loki and you get 15,000 6-star shards. This was a meaningful reward back in the day. It's just not worth anything now. And completing these quests is just so time consuming. Like, yes, I could do Labyrinth of Legends with 4-star Star-Lord, but the amount of time it would take, like, I'll get around to it eventually just to clear off this sheet of Karina challenges, but I'm not in a rush to do it. The only really competitive thing that I do need to wrap up soon is the CCP challenges. All I'll really be doing this for, I don't need the main rewards really. They're nothing crazy anymore compared to what we're getting now, but the only thing I am doing it for is for the 2 champion selectors, because I currently do not have Spider-Man 2099 or Massacre. So for completing the collection, increasing the collective ranking, I will need to do this eventually to select those 2 champions, as well as some rewards here and there, but nothing too crazy, just the Zemo, the Tigra ones to go. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. The other thing I've got is the Supreme Collection. So this was an offer that they brought out ages ago. I think it's still an active offer if you haven't bought it yet, but I did get it. And this is basically for collecting as many champions as you can as a bit of an end game progression thing. Now I'm assuming that they probably will have to bump these rewards up at some point, because by the time, you know, people have 47-star rank 6 champions, I'm assuming 6 tier 5 alpha is not going to be that impactful. But it's been pretty good for getting a certain amount of champions, just for the unit values as well. I think unit value stays pretty stable across the time in the contest. It's just the rank up rewards that sort of peter off a little bit. Next, for the special quests, event quest for the month is done for me. I always do the event quest. I always do the side quests. I'll always do the Battlegrounds victory track. Right now, the side quest Colosseum, whole lot of fun this. I've really been enjoying it. If you want to see a video on this, potentially of who I used, then let me know as well. I think the most ridiculous round I had was I got 352 bars with Onslaught against Squirrel Girl at the 4-star level. With having 4-star Ascended and 5-star Ascended champions, you just churn through these so much faster. So if you want to see, you know, who I would use for those and recommended champions, then let me know. I had to improvise a lot with the 5-star one because I didn't have a Onslaught ranked up and I didn't want to rank them up just for this. So I ended up using a combination of Wolverine, Sunspot, and Archangel, which bit of an odd choice of champions, but they got the job done. Now, obviously, the main part of an account tour is your champions. So I am currently at a total of 1,774 champions. There's about 350 unique champions in game, so it's a collection of those amongst various star levels. So 1-stars, I have all 1-stars. I've got the Summon Symbiote, obviously, from the event. I've done that event a couple of times now, and the rest of the 1-stars that you can get from the basic 1-star pool, as well as Ultron Prime, I'm pretty sure, well, Ultron Classic he's called now, which was, I believe, in the by leveling up your account, you got him. The 2-stars, I have most of the 2-stars. I think I'm missing still a fair few just because they have a lot of them, but all of my 2-stars are completely max rank, so they're rank 3, level 30, and I'm slowly working through SIGing up all of my 2-stars so that they're all SIG 99 just for the base hero rating as well. So these are the ones that I'm missing still. So I'm missing what? 36 champions I'm missing. So I'll pick these up eventually, I'm sure, out of some, I hope they do some sort of event where they do like Nexus 2-star crystals. That'd be kind of cool to be able to pick up some of these champions, because the 2-stars are fun for the collection and they're handy when an event comes out like the arenas where you can only use 2-star champions. It's very, very easy to get through those within an hour when you've got all maxed 2-stars. The next is 3-stars, and similarly to 2-stars, I have all of these at max rank, which is rank 4, level 40. All of my 3-stars are also max signature abilities, so all of them are at SIG 99. And I also, unlike the 2-star champions, have every 3-star except for Gold Pool, Thanos, and Wave. Thanos, I don't think you could get except for one specific event before my account was created, so it's been impossible for me to get him, so hopefully he comes back at some point. Gold Pool has just been luck. I haven't gotten him out of those Gold Pool crystals that they brought out for the last event, so hopefully that comes back around and I can pick him up. And Wave is just the new champion, so she hasn't come out yet. So I'll be picking up her once the new champion comes out, once the new arena comes out. Every arena I hit at least to get the 3-star and 4-star champion to add to the collection so that I'm not missing any and not relying on them being added to the basic pool and trying to get them after that. So everyone else is max rank and max sig. 4 stars has been the next goal for me to max all of them. Most of them now are max rank. So I've got 307 total 4 stars and 266 of them are rank 5, with a further 167 of them being ascended. This is the goal for me as well, is to have all of them max rank and ascended. All of my tier 1 dust goes into the 4-star champions. I buy out all of the tier 1 dust out of the Mysterium store every week to max out another 5 4-star champions, as well as all of the catalysts out of there for the low rank champions. And I'm only left with now 41 rank 4 champions. So another 205 tier 4 basic, and all of these will be at max rank, and I can rest easy again. For the 4 stars, I have everyone except for Wave. So literally, once the Wave arena comes out, I will again have every single 4-star, and hopefully within the next couple of months, I will get enough catalyst to be able to max out every single 4-star as well. Because you can see, for base hero rating, this is a big bump. Like, an ascended 4-star is now hitting over 10,000 PI. Obviously that's been bumped up, and that's not quite the base hero rating. If we sort it by base hero, you can see that they are at 5,000, but still, you know, 5,000, just this top row of champions adds 30,000 rating to my base hero rating. So if I'm pushing up the leaderboards, I'm trying to get higher and higher up, then it's impactful. Like, it does add up for sure. Next for me is the 5 stars. So 5 stars, I've got 303 5 stars, so I am missing a few. I've got Dr. Bong, which I'll get from the victory track. I'm still missing Kang, and still missing Ultron and Punisher, which are sort of the semi-exclusive champions. I'll get Ultron eventually from leveling up the account, or from, he's not in that, he's in the Labyrinth exploration, which I still haven't done, because again, it's content that was irrelevant when I made this account. And then just M'Baku and J. Jonah are currently in the featured pool, and Wave, again, I'll get when she's added to the featured pool as well. For my 5 stars, that's the sort of champions that have been a bit lacking in my ranking. I've only got 79 maxed out. I've got none at rank 4, and then a bunch more at rank 3. But outside of that, they're pretty much all at rank 1. So it's a lot of work to do on this still. 5 stars, when I made this account, I sort of was at the point where you get some 3s and 4 stars when you first make the account, and then you leap straight to 6 stars with the content. So there wasn't a whole lot of reason for me to rank up 5 stars at the time. So the account's sort of paying for that at the moment. Like with older accounts, you would sort of rank up all your 2 stars, and then all your 3 stars, and then all your 4 stars, and your 5 stars, and your 6 stars. But now it's sort of backtracking a bit, now that I've just got pretty much only exclusively used 7 stars. 6 stars though, is again, similar sort of thing. By the time I had enough resources to rank up 6 stars, it was sort of moving on to 7 stars already. But I still do have a fair few ranked up. So at rank 5 for 6 stars, I've only got 30, but at rank 4, I've got a bunch more, and then at rank 3, I've got a bunch more too. With collectives, I don't see myself ranking 6 stars up to rank 5 anytime soon anymore, just because there's no reason to for collective points now. There's also no reason for SIG ability, except for bumping up hero rating and getting more max SIG crystals. So at the moment, I'm just focusing on getting the collective captains up to rank 4, and I've still got a bunch more to get up. Like, these are all the rank 1 captains that I've still got to rank up to rank 4, so plenty of work to do with it, but that's sort of the end term goal of the 6-star roster. I'm probably missing a fair few 6 stars, actually not that many. So Dark Phoenix was unattainable for me. I didn't spend enough to get her. Dr. Bong I'll get from the track. King Groot Deathless, I don't know why I don't have him. I think I picked King Groot Deathless up from a different aspect other than the box that you get him from. I don't have 6-star Deathless King Groot, but I've got 6-star of the other Deathless champions. I'm also missing Solvark. Again, don't know how I missed him as well. And then I've just got J. Jonah, Ruby Thursday, Wave, who I'll all get from the featured pool, or the basic pool when they're added if I don't end up getting them in the featured pool. Now, moving on to obviously the biggest part of the account, the 7-star roster. So currently I am sitting with 4 rank 5 champions. These are odd choices. I think everyone can agree that they're good champions, but they're definitely not the champions that people pick for their first rank 5s. Rank 5s, I wanted to be a bit specific with what I was choosing, and I wanted to pick champions that I just enjoy and that I think are really cool, rather than picking champions that are necessarily the best or champions that are currently ascended or ascendable. So these champions, I found I was choosing other champions above them if they were all at a rank 4 level. You know, if Scorpion at rank 4 was against a rank 4 Spider-Woman, or potentially even against a rank 4 Lizard, I would pretty much always be picking to use Spider-Woman or Lizard, even if I enjoy using Scorpion more. Same with, you know, Jack-o'-lantern, same with Spider-Man, and same with Rintra. There's always better options if they're all at rank 4 level. But now that they're rank 5 level, I choose them over it, and they perform great. Like they're winning fights for me. I'm having a really good time with them, but it just means that I'm not sort of forcing myself into using just the same champions that everyone is ranking up to rank 5. Now, I probably will make some more regular decisions for rank 5s in the future. I'm really eyeing up Null. If I get him ascended from this current event, then he could be an option for rank 5. And I have really been liking Onslaught recently as well. But then I'm tempted to just take up like Carnage or Doctor Strange, or, you know, some other option as well. Just a bit of a unique choice. Patriot might go to rank 5. So the rank 4 roster, I now currently have 56 rank 4s as well. So we're at total of 60 for rank 4s and 5s. The rank 4s, this is the tried and true, the reliable. A lot of these were for Battlegrounds rank ups. A lot of these were for like specific war counters. You know, I use Okoye a lot in war. I use Spider-Woman a fair bit in war. I recently took Elena into war because I needed a skill poison immune champion. Why that champion is poison immune, I do not understand, but it was handy for that situation. Patriot has been a trooper for Node 42. If you struggle with Node 42, I've been seeing a lot of like high evos and Spider-Women being placed on Node 42, and Patriot just eats it up. Same with Nico, she's very, very regularly on my war team, same as Pav, and Lizard as well makes appearances a fair bit too. So a lot of them are the first appearance ones, a lot of them are ascended at the moment. I'd like to get all of my center champions at least up to rank 3, just because the hero rating on Ascension is much, much higher. And also, I want to use the Ascension champions more, just because, you know, they have got that little extra boost. It's a similar sort of thing that I was saying to rank 5 choices that I made. The Ascended champions, you wouldn't pick them if they were alongside all of the other god tier champions, but because they're now that little bit higher up, you pick them. And it means that you get to play with champions that you didn't necessarily play with previously, or maybe you really wanted to, but they were just a little bit below what you needed for that fight. So I really have enjoyed Ascension. I've really enjoyed my rank 5s, and just enjoying the game in general. I think it's been really, really fun. I think there's been a lot of negativity around this game recently. There's been a lot of people complaining about choices that Kabam has made. And yeah, things aren't ideal, but you know, when you've been playing the game long enough, everything sort of works out okay. And if you still enjoy playing the game, you're not just doing it to be the most competitive, or you're not doing it for content specifically, or chasing certain things, or wailing on certain offers that maybe aren't meeting your standards. I'm just playing it because I like playing it, and there isn't really a single choice that Kabam could make that would make me entirely not enjoy the game. Now at rank 3, I've got another 62 champions. A bunch of them I still use, although a lot of them are mainly just for defense. I find that rank 3s are pretty okay for defense, but they fall a little bit behind when they're on attack now, except for like very specific cases, like bringing out Human Torch, or Mojo, or potentially like even Silk, Sandman, champions like that, where you bring in for, like as a bit of a utility knife, you're bringing them in for a specific matchup, they still do pretty well at that rank. The rank 2s, I have been ranking up a fair few champions to rank 2 purely for that Supreme Collective offer, where you want to try to get as many champions ranked up as possible, because you want to hit, I think it's like 225 rank 2 champions, which I'd have to do a lot because I only have 237 7-star champions. So a fair few of them would have to be ranked up to be at that threshold. So the rank 2s, I've got a fair few Ascended champions again that I still want to rank up. I've recently picked up the Stellar Forge Blade, which I'm very keen for, to try him out. And just a lot of other champions that I still want to test out and that I haven't really gotten around to yet. The rank 1s, these are sort of bottom of the barrel. I think anyone who's at rank 1 now realistically will stay there for a while. No one's really been catching my eye, especially, you know, when I'm ranking up champions just for the sake of ranking them up to rank 2. If you're in this list of champions, it's probably because you have not caught my attention whatsoever. And I'm sure there's some champions in here that people that are watching this are going to really enjoy as well. But, you know, like Scream or Cassie or Sentry or Red Guardian, they just haven't really been looking that great for me yet. So eventually I'll give them a shot. Maybe I'll rank them up, but I just haven't yet. My top 30 relics, obviously, are these first 5 rows. So I've got a bunch of the 7-star ones, but not a whole lot of them awakened. I've only got 5 7-stars awakened right now, but I have a bunch of them. They're mainly bumping up the relic prestige. Same with the 6-star ones. I've got a bunch of them. A lot of them aren't ranked up at all. They're pretty much all just at rank 1. The 3-star ones are all maxed out. The 4-star ones are also all maxed out. And the 5-star ones, I've got a bunch of them maxed out, but a bunch more still to go with the addition of the StatCast ones. The only other thing to really show is the collectives. So my collectives are at a decent level. I would say I was pretty happy with this. The only thing I really wanted to get past is rank 15, and I ended up getting up to rank 18, 19 in most of them. So I have leveled them up a little bit since collectives came out. My lowest ranks ones right now are Mutant and Tech. They're both at 18, but everything else is at rank 19 and a fair way away from rank 20. So you can see I'm like 5,000 points, 6,000 points on most of these away from rank 20. It's going to be quite a while to get to that, but you do get decent buffs once you get there as well for each rank 2. Other things that I wanted to show was my items, because sometimes there are some pretty unique things in items for people that are playing the game for a while. Catalyst Stash is pretty boring other than the tier 5 alpha. I'm nearly at 2 of those. I will get to 3 of those for another rank 5 after the Colosseum event. So hopefully I will be at potentially 6 rank 5s at that point. I'd like to get 1 for each class. So the only classes that I'm missing still are Cosmic and Mutant. And the Null and Onslaught, I'm eyeing them up at the moment. Health and Energy is probably going to be the same for every single person. Champion items, I do hope they do like a separate section for Ascension tokens, because this is making it a little bit messy. Other than that, Awakening Gems, I have like no use of Awakening Gems anymore, I feel like. I think most champions, I normally save up enough for the Titan pool to get and awaken the champions from the Titan pool, so I very rarely have a need for an Awakening Gem. Like right now I've got 2 Skill Awakening Gems, I've got a Tech one, I've got 4 Mutant Awakening Gems, and I only have 2 mutants that I can awaken. I've got 3 basic ones, I've got 2 science ones, I've got too many Awakening Gems. I wish I could hand them out or sell them for something better, or like anything. If you could sell them for a rank up gem, I would do that. I've still got a couple of the rank 1 to 2s and a 2 to 3 from this current event, as well as some Sig Stones. Other than that, it's sort of bits and pieces of Sig Stones, nothing too crazy, because I normally put them straight into my champions as I get them, or as I find a new champion that I'm really interested in that I want to bring up to the max potential for them too. Boosts, pretty much the same, other than all of these random Act 6 boosts that just sit in there as well. Now for the other items, I've got some, you know, pretty interesting things here. I've got the Ghost Rider ballot receipt for voting for a Ghost Rider rework, which has actually come into the game now. I've got some various badges from like Battle Realm Brawl. I've got a leftover Deathless She-Hulk piece. For some reason, I've got a couple of King Groot pieces. I've got a couple of Vision pieces. I've got a Guillotine piece. I have a Grandmaster's Vault Key. I've got a bunch of votes for adding Mr. Knight to the contest, which is what actually happened. He ended up winning. I've also got a lot of votes for Phantasma, who never ended up getting in, and also votes for Porkrind, who also never ended up getting in. Alloys, pretty bottom of the barrel at the moment. Like, I don't really have much stuff. I've got a bunch of tier 2 alloys that I got to get through, but it's just very slow getting relic pieces to rank them up. That's pretty much it. That's all I've really got to show about this account. So this is the new account. This is the account that I will be using for making content. These are the champions that I have. If you want to see certain champions that I might have ranked up that maybe not a lot of other people do, like not a lot of people will have a rank 4 Max Sig Ascended Lady Deathstrike. If you want to see content about that, let me know. Same with Gentle, rank 4 Max Sig Ascended. Same with a lot of other champions in here that maybe people don't have fully maxed, like Cassandra Nova, Silver Samurai. I've got a fair few unique champions ranked up that I just found a lot of fun. So if you want to see videos about them, let me know as well in the comments below. My goals for this channel, as I said at the start, are mainly just to enjoy making videos again. I missed it. I want to get back into it. I would love to get to a point where I can join the content creator program just to get access to that content creator beta, to be able to, you know, rank up the new champions and test them out without fully committing to it on my main account, and having access to those content creator quests and specific matchups to make more content about as well. That'd be a really, really cool achievement. So if you can help me out by doing that, by liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that good stuff, that would be amazing. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see from this channel. Let me know if you've missed me, if you have stuck around for the 6-7 years since I have been gone, then let me know as well. I'd love to see you down in the comments below. And apart from that, thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.